Okay, next we have Misty Klein and Jackie Chavez. They are going to share how our language and culture services help students thrive in a diverse and multilingual world. Welcome, Misty and Jackie.
Thank you so much for having us. We are super excited to share about our passion, which is helping each and every student and family connect in their heart language to have the best EPIC experience and educational experience. I am Misty Klein. I'm in my 8th year with EPIC, and I have the privilege of founding our immigrant student services and language services program here at EPIC. Jackie, you want to introduce yourself?
Buenos dias. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Chavez, and I'm the language specialist here at EPIC. I take care of all of our interpreters and translators that help you connect in your heart language here at EPIC.
Want to introduce the rest of our team, Jackie?
Yes. Do we have our slides up?
It's up. Can you not
Oh,
see?
for some reason I can't see them.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to. I apologize.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so in our team, we have for one of our Spanish language liaison is Josh Chavez. For Pashto and Dari, we have Feroz Bashari, and Adela Halki. For our Russian and Ukrainian interpreter, translator, and language liaisons, we have Victoria. I can't say her last name, and I don't want to butcher it. No, I'm not gonna say it. And then for our Vietnamese language liaison, we have Queen of Pham. And our Arabic language liaison, we have Nuha Adams. So those are our language liaisons here in our department.
So, like Jackie said, we are super blessed to be able to offer live translation. And we don't call our staff, as you can see, we don't call them translators. We call them language liaisons. They are a true bridge for our families to experience EPIC in their heart language. We work constantly with teachers to help bridge the gap. So I put here on the screen, you'll see our mission. And we truly have the heart's desire for every parent, every caregiver, every guardian, every student to connect and language and culture not be a barrier. We want to have an inclusive environment where everyone at EPIC can thrive regardless of their language. Maybe they have huge gaps in their cultural background or their education background. We look for ways to fill those and for everyone to feel empowered, for every parent to, whether they know one word of English or not, to know that they can be in the driver's seat for their child's education. We also have a huge value for raising bilingual or sometimes trilingual, multilingual. A lot of times students are coming here and English is their fourth or fifth language. So we want to honor that first or second language and truly encourage parents to help their kids become bilingual. We want to honor their first language. We encourage parents to read books in their first language. And if they don't have any, if they came here without some, contact us. We would love to help you find those books, those resources in your first language. We want parents to pass on that culture, to pass on that language, and we want to encourage bilingualism. It is such a gift in the culture of the United States, of their new lives here in the United States, or maybe even they've lived here their whole lives. Having that skill can lead to better employment, better education, and just a better, well-rounded life to honor both cultures that they have. EPIC EPIC we're excited to announce that we now offer the seal of biliteracy. Students, I'm not going to read this, but you have this in your slides, so you can go back to it or you can contact Jackie and I for extra help. Students can take a test in their first language or whatever language they're choosing and English and get a special seal that will be on their diploma, and they will have a notation on their transcript. This can lead to scholarships, and many employers look at this, and if they have a person that with equal characteristics and equal education and qualifications, and one is bilingual, one's not. Typically, the bilingual one will win out, and having this seal is just an extra great honor.
And here we have some student resources. It's actually family resources. We have Welcome to School in the United States. It's got all sorts of different languages available for parents and families that have just arrived. It's a guide, to the different laws and how to abide by those laws and how to get comfortable raising a family here in the United States and kids in school. That's all new when we're newly in a new country. So that's a great resource. We also have Raising Bilingual Children by Bilingual Kids Spot. This is a great expert blog. It's a great website that's got all kinds of free advice, webinars, all sorts of different information to help you raise a child that is going to be bilingual. Also, my Multilingual Parenting is an expert blog. It's a community with questions and answers. It's got free advice, webinars. It's got a strong focus in practical strategies and language, balance in multilingual homes. Unite for Literacy is a free digital picture books in English with audio narration in 50 plus languages, perfect for young readers and dual language learners. So these are all great resources for students that are being raised in a bilingual and multilingual home. And then lastly, we have Global Storybooks, which is a free multilingual stories from all over the world. They're downloadable, printable, and available in 150 plus languages. So these are all wonderful resources that you can use for your kids. If you want to start raising a child that is bilingual, even if you don't speak another language, I think this is a great resource to get you going.
Okay, thank you, Jackie. Some other parent resources. Jackie, I think you're going to share about these.
Yes. And so we also have EL parent courses here at Epic. And if you know parents here at Epic that want to learn English as a second language, we want to encourage them to send them here and sign up. We want to see what the interest is this year. We had a great success last year. And we have a lot of wonderful parents that have shared their experiences and their feedback on how they absolutely loved our EL parent courses. And so we encourage those parents that are wanting to learn or improve English as a second language. We want to invite you to become of these part of these classes. Also, if you need help with onboarding, you want to learn about Epic, because Epic is different and we are definitely a different type of school, and we have all sorts of different things that we provide at this school. You want to learn about how to work your student schedule, curriculum, the expectations, where to find the calendar, how to log into Parent Portal, how to use your Learning Fund. Our language liaisons are here to serve you in your language. So we want to help you out. So please reach out if we can help you in this area. We would love to. So reach out to us. So if you want to also request a language liaison to advocate for your needs in your language, please reach out to me personally. This is my email, and you can also call or text me. We are here to serve you.
Okay, thank you. Our presentation was relatively short, but we offer so many services. Anytime you have a doubt, or if you know someone with a doubt, or you know a family that's struggling, or you may have friends within Oklahoma, and you're like, wow, my student could really benefit, or my best friend's son could really benefit. We have education up to age 30. We offer newcomer classes. So that will be daily virtual English classes that students can take while they're earning their high school credit up to age 30. So if you have somebody that you know anywhere in Oklahoma that needs help enrolling, that has questions about EPIC, we do have one of the top programs in the state, in my opinion, to help students and families as a unit to adjust to the United States, to see where they're coming from in their educational background, and to develop an individualized plan to help them learn English and reach their educational goals. we're here, and this is our contact information. If you have any questions about this presentation or anything throughout the year, please don't hesitate to contact us. Is second language offered for elementary students to learn? So that would be through the World Language Department, and I believe their classes start in middle school, but there are a few free and really great programs through the public library. Mango, for example, is one of them that I highly recommend to kind of get the feet wet of elementary school students. So I do believe EPIC's world language classes start in middle school, not elementary. However, if they're needing to learn English, if any students are needing to learn English, we start at pre-K level. So all of our English ELD classes start pre-K, and then we go all the way through the higher level of pathways students. So if you're needing to learn English, we serve all the language, or excuse me, all the grade levels. But if you're wanting to learn another language other than English, that will be through the World Language Department, and I think middle school.
Yes, and Misty, I wanted to add that the World Languages presentation is tomorrow during our AM session. So join us if you want to have or get more information related to that.
One thing I'll mention just to tag on to that is we partner with the World Language Department. So if your student does speak another language, they can take a test and get world language credit in their first language. So if their first language is Arabic or Spanish or French, we can offer a proficiency test and they can get up to 4 language credits through our partnership with the World Language Department and possibly qualify for the seal of biliteracy.
Yeah, Jackie, thank you so much. Your team does an amazing job of serving and supporting bilingual students, and we appreciate all that you do. If anyone has any more questions, please reach out to them. They'll be happy to help. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so joining us now is Lauren Williams, and she's going to talk to us about our aspiring amazing Special Olympics program. Lauren, you ready?
I am ready. Can you see my screen, Leisha?
It's yes.
Perfect.
Right. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So I am Lauren Williams. I'm going to talk a little bit this morning about our Special Olympics team. This is the 3rd year for EPIC Special Olympics team. So we are proud to support our students in participating in Special Olympics throughout the year. We have fall and winter and spring sports that we offer. Currently, we have an Oklahoma City and a Tulsa area team, so a lot of our students do have to drive to those areas. And then, of course, our students gain opportunities for competition and fun and community. It's really incredibly rewarding. Not just for the students, but for those of us who participate as adults as well. So currently, we offer bowling in the fall and the winter, track, which is running, but it's also walking and wheelchair events. So there's something for everyone. In the spring, we offer long jump, so running long jump and standing long jump in the spring. And then our throwing events are currently javelin and shot put, or like the turbo jab, which is a long, it's a plastic javelin, so it's not dangerous. But so those are the things that we currently offer. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we met in a virtual meeting with the parents and got to meet everybody and talk through kind of some details about what we'll be doing. If you did not make that and you have a student that is interested, it is not too late to join Special Olympics for this year. So these are the questions that we get most often. Who qualifies for Special Olympics? So these are the state rules, not EPIC's rules. We do have to follow state Special Olympics guidelines, and their guidelines are that the student must be ages 8 and up. We want to be really clear that that is not grade 8. That's often mixed up, but it's 8 years old and up. Students who meet Special Olympics eligibility guidelines are those students who are intellectually disabled. I am going to drop, well, I'll drop that at the end. Leisha, help me remember. I have two things that I need to put in the chat at the end of this, but this is spelled out from the state website of who qualifies for Special Olympics with their exact IQ requirements and all of that. And those are usually found in the MEAGS portion of your IEP. I can tell you that if your student qualifies for OAP, they almost always qualify for Special Olympics. Also, if your student has profound autism or something significantly life-changing, usually, or life-altering in their disability, usually those students are going to qualify. Or if they're considered intellectually disabled from their MEAGS in their IEP. So if you're not sure if your student qualifies, I am going to drop that link at the end in the chat. Also, a great way to find out is just to email me or your teacher. To get involved, we do have a registration. And the big thing that we ask is that once you register and I send you instructions, the big thing you have to do then is finish a medical form. This takes about 10 to 20 minutes, and I can give you step-by-step instructions. I can meet with you one-on-one if you need help walking through that. That medical form is the number one step that we require. They cannot practice with that with us in person until we have that on file for safety reasons. If you have any questions or anything regarding our Special Olympics team, you can reach out to me at lauren.williams@epiccharterschools.org. And I am hoping that there are some questions because mine is quite short. Is there a track team and is there a swim team? Those are great questions. So yes, we do offer track in the spring. We practice in Oklahoma City and in the Tulsa areas in the spring. Swim team, not yet. We do not offer swim at Epic yet. Now, Special Olympics does offer swim, but we are not able to do that just yet. It's a great question.
Lauren, how long has the Special Olympics program been at Epic?
So this is our third year of Special Olympics through Epic. We worked with Special Olympics for about 10 years before we were able to make it work with the EPIC model. So we're really proud of that partnership with the Oklahoma State Special Olympics. They're really great to work with, and they help us make this work for our virtual model. We do practice in person. I want to clarify that. We do have to do it in person because it's sports. So we have bowling in the fall. Those practices are coming up. The first one is actually August 28th. So that's coming up really quickly. And we compete through the fall and the winter in bowling. And then our spring semester brings in the track and field and all of those outdoor activities. And we practice generally at Cascia Hall in Tulsa. And then Scissortail Park in Oklahoma City is where we generally practice. Those practices are free. If you have a family or you are a family that wants to join, you're wondering about cost, we do provide the practices for our students, and we are working with Learning Fund to make sure that our competitions we are able to charge those to your students' Learning Fund. They are not expensive. They're generally $5 per competition. There's usually 2 to 3 per year.
So if someone wants to get involved in Special Olympics, but they don't have a student who is in the program, I know that you have some volunteer opportunities. Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we do always need volunteers, particularly at our competitions. There is a process that you have to go through to become a volunteer. There's some background checking and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in becoming a volunteer, you can email me at lauren.williams@epiccharterschools.org. And I will reach out to you and talk to you about the requirements to get you on our volunteer list. And like I said, we can use that during competitions, but also in practices as well. Sometimes it's a one-on-one situation with these students, so the more the merrier. And I am going to go ahead really quick and drop that chat that so really quick, this coming to you in the chat is going to be the qualification for Special Olympics. If you're unsure if your student qualifies, that's going to be that link in the website, in the chat. And then the next one I'm going to put in the chat is going to be, if you're interested in signing up, that is how you register. And then we walk through the remainder of the registration process with you. Any other questions on that?
Do you have a suggested deadline for enrolling in Special Olympics this fall, or did you cover that already?
I didn't, and that's a really good question. So if you want to compete in bowling this fall, I would like to go ahead and get you enrolled before our first practice, if possible, which is August 28th.
And then if somebody wants to compete in the spring, will they enroll then later for those competitions?
They can enroll throughout the year until we get into practicing in those competitions, but I would advise everyone, if you think that you're going to participate in the spring, to go ahead and fill out that registration form now. It does have an option for you to choose if you want to do fall and spring, or just fall or just spring. Great questions.
Okay, are there any other questions? I saw that someone asked, do we have gymnastics? And I did want to mention that if someone lives in, an area and they have a gymnastics program and that they would like to join, and if that vendor or that gymnastics program is not a vendor yet with Epic, they could ask them to become a vendor, and then they could participate in that gymnastics program. So, and that's the case for most of the different sports and activities throughout the state. So as long as they would like to join to be a vendor, and that will be opening again soon. And that is on pause, but again, it will open soon, so they could apply, and then you could attend that gymnastics venue in your area or any other program. Okay.
And to clarify, that is not, sorry, I just want to clarify that would not be with Special Olympics. That would just be over, across the board.
Yeah, that was just a general question, I believe. Thank you, Lauren. We appreciate you, and we love all that you do with the Special Olympics program, and the parents and the students that are involved in that are just truly amazing. And it's such a joy to watch and be a part of it and be able to cheer them on. Anyway, thank you. Okay, so next we have Alicia O'Donnell and Cassie Roscoe, and they're going to be talking to us about the Title I program, our parent compact, and engagement policies. Are Alicia and Cassie here? Hi, Cassie.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Cassie Roscoe. I'm the Epic Charter Schools Federal Program Specialist. On behalf of our Executive Director of Grants and Federal Programs, Alicia O'Donnell, I'm happy to join you today. I'd like to share with you a video which talks about our Federal Programs Department and what it means to be a Title I school.
What is a Title I school? Title I, Part A of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, as amended by the Every Student Succeeds Act, provides supplemental financial assistance to school districts for children from low-income families. Its purpose is to provide all children a significant opportunity to receive a fair, equitable, and high-quality education, and to close educational achievement gaps by allocating federal funds for education programs and services. To be a Title I school, the following requirements must be met.
Just a moment. I will try to reshare this video. Just 1 second. My apologies.
I was trying to figure out if it was my screen. So I'm glad that you said something. I was already clicking around to make sure. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that. I'm not exactly sure why it's not sharing for everyone. Let me stop sharing just a moment. Okay, you'll have to tell me if you can see it now.
What is a Title I school? Title I, Part A of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, as amended by the Every Student Succeeds Act, provides supplemental financial assistance to school districts for children from low-income families. Their students' education.
I'm not seeing the screen, but is anyone else seeing it? Lauren, Shannon? And also, I wanted to correct, earlier, I think I said Title I information, and I apologize. This is the Gifted and Talented program, and then following that is Title I, so my apologies.
That's okay. Did you want to move on with the gifted in program, or did you?
You can do whichever one you want, but I apologize. I was getting those out of order.
Oh, no, that's okay. If you want them to go ahead and go, and then I can come back to the video and hopefully it's up to you.
Are they here?
Yes.
All right. So sorry. I know you're both in the same department, but I got a little bit ahead of myself. So, Ashley, thank you for joining us. And then maybe in the meantime, like she said, maybe we can figure out the video. But, and then we also have Laura Heffley. So welcome.
Hello, good morning. Okay, I just shared my screen. Did it work? Oh, perfect. Okay. Good morning. I'm Ashley Covington. I'm one of the gifted specialists here at Epic Charter Schools. Joining me today is our other gifted specialist, Laura Heffley. There are two of us here in the gifted department. We're going to share an overview of gifted and talented here at Epic, what that looks like, how students qualify, and what opportunities we offer.
Thank you, Ashley. I'm hoping it's not echoing on your side like it is my side. Let me know if it is. But let's get started. What does it mean for for a student to be gifted or talented? Gifted and talented doesn't just mean high grades for perfect test scores. Many gifted students think in unique ways, ask deep questions, and show creativity or leadership that doesn't always show up in traditional academic settings.
Laura, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. There's an echo. Are y'all hearing that?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you logged in twice? Sometimes if we log in or if we have two screens open with the same Zoom, I'm not sure what the echo is, but it's okay. We can go ahead, but it's not terrible, but there is definitely an echo.
Oh, it's very bad on my side.
That's okay. Laura, I'll speak for you if that's okay. And if you want to answer any questions in the chat, technology is against us today. Okay, so who are the gifted and talented students? Well, they can be identified in several different areas, not just academics. Gifted students, they demonstrate high ability in creative thinking, leadership, performing arts, specific academic subject area. We do use cognitive tests, but that is just one small piece of a larger puzzle. So we're looking for students with advanced potential across all range of talents. So, what does gifted and talented identification look like? What is it? How does the process work? Which we get that all the time. So, there's two categories. As I was saying earlier, the first category is through a cognitive test. This is for students that score in the 97th percentile on a cognitive ability test. tests that we use here at Epic are the NAGLARY or the OLSAT, but any cognitive test score works. So we see the COGAT, KBIT, anything like that, as long as it's a cognitive test and the student is scored in the top 97th percentile. The second category is based on a combination of data, as you can see. Academics, exceptional talent in visual or performing arts, evidence of creative or leadership ability. This gives us a complete picture of our talented students. So what does the process look like? Here at Epic, most of it is based on teacher for specifically for cognitive testing, we're identifying year round. So there's no deadline, nothing like that. A teacher or parent can refer a student for cognitive testing. Usually this is because of high achievement in several areas like academic performance or general observation. Once a student is referred for cognitive testing, Laura or I will reach out to the parents or guardian directly to get that testing session scheduled. So for category 2, it looks a little bit different than category 1. This is our talent category. Now, talent can be talent in academics, talent in visual arts, performing arts, as we were saying earlier. Any student that exhibits exceptional talent in any of these categories can be nominated. For performing arts, that would be something like gymnastics, dance, musical theater, things of that nature, while visual arts would be maybe like art shows, clay, things like that. We also do honor identification from other schools. So if a student transfers in and they were identified at the school they transferred in from, always please let us know. Have your teacher let us know, email us directly. We work with that school district to get that student's qualifying records, and we can get them into the program that way. So, where can you find the nomination forms? You can find them on the Epic website under the Gifted and Talented section. Or if you're like me and you want someone to help you directly, you can always email us at gt@epiccharterschools.org. That is a direct line to me and Laura, and we are happy to help point you in the right direction for that.
I'm back, Ashley.
Okay.
So once identified, students receive a list of available programming each school year. Participation in these opportunities is completely optional and on a volunteer basis. They are not mandatory. These options are shaped by parent feedback from our annual survey. Some of the opportunities include a free Renzulli enrichment program, which is an online platform that gives students personalized activities and projects based on their interests and strengths. GT-only workshops, engagement activities, grade-specific choice boards, a monthly GT newsletter, support from GT specialists, and for secondary students, access to advanced coursework. Our goal is to match student interests with meaningful experiences that challenge and inspire them. If you have any questions, want to discuss your students' needs, or just want to learn more, we're happy to help. You can reach me, Laura Heffley, or Ashley Covington at the email addresses listed here. You can also contact Alicia O'Donnell, our Executive Director of Grants and Federal Programs, which helps support our work behind the scenes. Thank you.
And I'll just leave this up for just a couple minutes if anyone has any questions, but our contact information is right here. And one of the questions we get a lot is, what if I'm busy? What if I don't have time? And Laura and I just want to reinforce that you don't have, we love when our students participate. We love when we get to see them and interact with them, but we also understand, especially as they get older, that time is precious and they're a lot more busy when it comes to school. So you never have to stay active to stay in good standing. So, all right. Any questions?
Thank you both so much. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to skip you. But that's a lot of great information. And then is this also on the Epic website?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So, all
Great.
right. Well,
Thank
thank
you
you.
both. Okay, Cassie, now we're back. My apologies again. Hopefully we'll get that video to work, but do you think it's working now? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think you're muted. Cassie, I think you're muted. So when you share the screen, I think there's an option for you to click.
Provides supplemental financial assistance to school districts for children from low-income families. Its purpose is to provide all children a significant opportunity to receive a fair, equitable, and high-quality education, and to close educational achievement gaps by allocating federal funds for education programs and services. To be a Title I school, the following requirements must be met. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these. The Epic Charter Schools Parent and Family Engagement Policy is distributed to families through the Student and Parent Handbook, which can be found on the school website at epiccharterschools.org. The policy is a guide to involving parents and guardians in the Title I program and ensuring opportunity for participation in their students' education. Each fall, the policy is reviewed during back-to-school expos, virtual meetings, and through surveys as well as one-on-one discussions. In accordance with the Every Student Succeeds Act, Epic Charter Schools must notify every parent or guardian of a student in a Title I school of the right to request and receive information in a timely manner regarding the professional qualifications of your student's teachers. Parents and guardians also have the right to engage with teachers or staff and participate in decisions affecting your student's education. The parent and guardian's right to know letter can be accessed using the QR code at the end of this presentation. If you would like to receive specific information about your teacher or paraprofessional's qualifications, contact the Human Resources Director of Certification. The School Parent Student Compact is an agreement for shared responsibility in achieving academic success. The compact outlines commitments by parents and guardians, the entire school staff, and students for improved student academic achievement, and the means by which the school and parents or guardians will build and develop a partnership that will help students achieve the state's high academic standards. This compact is available in the student handbook and can also be accessed using the QR code at the end of this video. The Every Student Succeeds Act requires that students receiving Title I funds submit a plan addressing the requirements found in the ESEA Section 1112. Data is analyzed in meetings held each year to review and update the CDAP. A link to the CDAP, as well as a survey to provide input, is also available at the end of this video. Title IIA funds are used to improve the quality and effectiveness of teachers. EPIC utilizes funds for instructional coaches, teacher development specialists, and professional development, registration, and travel. Title IV provides for student support and academic enrichment, or allows for funds to be transferred to Title I to provide high-quality education and academic support. EPIC exercises the transfer option, and Title IV funds are used in conjunction with Title I plans. Use the QR code to review the policy, letter, compact, and plan, and provide input through the survey. You can also contact the Executive Director of Grants and Federal Programs, Alicia O'Donnell, at the email address listed. We appreciate your time and interest in becoming involved with our Title I program.
I'll leave this up for just 1 second. This is a way to access our survey and our information. And then I will share with you. We also will be having an upcoming meeting where we will be having our annual Title I meeting on Thursday, September 4th at 12 p.m. That'll be via Zoom. You'll be able to, within the survey, click the link to access the survey and also register to attend our annual Title I meeting. And I'll wait just a second to see if there are any questions about our Title I program. And that's all I have today. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you, Cassie. We appreciate you. So if they want to attend this, is there going to also be additional information about the meeting at a later date?
It is within the survey. You can click the link and you can register for the meeting. There's information about the Title I program, all of the information listed in the video today, and then also a link to register for the meeting.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you, Cassie. We appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Hey, you too. We are just a few minutes ahead of schedule. Does anyone have any other questions? We could take a couple of general questions if there are any floating around out there. Lauren, Shannon.
Looking, we don't currently have anything in the Q&A box. If you have a question, you want to drop that in the Q&A box right now, this would be a great time for that.
Hey, and I also wanted to mention, since Cassie was talking about the survey for parents, caregivers here at EPIC, I just wanted to mention also that all of the family engagement events throughout the year come with a survey at the end. And we do take that information and feedback that you're sharing with us, and we make decisions about the school year or the upcoming school year based on your feedback and responses. So anytime you get a survey from EPIC, from any department or area of our school, we are truly wanting your feedback and your information so that we can take that into consideration and plan forward with your feedback in mind. So we always appreciate that. And we also want to know ways we can improve as well. Okay, so next we have Erin Barnes. Erin is going to be talking to us about our EPIC tutoring program and how our program supports students in 3rd through 8th grade. Is Erin with us?
Alicia, on our schedule, it does say Elizabeth Suddiff. I don't know if...
I just did that again. I think I'm just
It's okay.
go super fast. Thank you so much for keeping me
You're
on.
welcome.
You're right. Erin is not next. We do have our student wellness and support services team next. Jenna and Heather, I think, are here to present on that. And they are going to walk us through resources for our students at EPIC for wellness and support. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me share my slides here. Okay, yes, my name is Elizabeth Suddiff. I am the managing director of our Student Wellness and Support Services team, and I am so happy to be here with you all and to share a little bit more about our team. We are going into our 2nd year of having these supports for your kids, for our students here at EPIC. And I'm going to share just a little bit more of how our team has moved and transitioned a little bit this year and some of the amazing services that we have to offer to you. So my favorite part about our team is that we exist to be a resource to families and to teachers and to anybody who is here at EPIC. So everything that we do, we have your kids in mind, we have families in mind, and how can we best support your needs? So as you can see, our office is broken down into 3 different teams. So we have our social support services, and that team is led by Marty Dugan. We have our school counseling and mental health team, and that team is led by Jenna Jones. And then we have our healthy and resilient schools team, and that team is led by Heather Graham. And you can see here listed just some of the supports that we offer under each one of those teams. But as I mentioned, we are here to basically serve any of your non-academic specific needs. So if there is a barrier to access to learning, if there's a barrier that your family is going through, if there is a concern that you're having with your students or with your kids, with your children, you can reach out to our team, and our team has a number of resources that we have developed over the last couple of years that we're so happy to share with you all and hopefully exist to be here to really be a complete support system. So just a little bit more about how we offer that comprehensive support. So we do have the counseling. We also have prevention services. So if there's something that you just want to make sure your students have a head start on in any of the topic areas that we go over in these slides, you can reach out to our team. We can make sure that we can either set up meetings or small groups or interventions with your kids that we can talk through a number of things with them. We do have a health and wellness team that we are able to offer, again, those healthy services. We know we're a virtual school, but we want to make sure that not only your students' social health, emotional health, and mental health, but also their physical health is being taken care of. So we have different supports again in those areas. Crisis response. If there is a crisis that is happening within your family, or you know that your child is experiencing some sort of concern or crisis, maybe something happened with teacher or staff here at Epic, our team does have highly trained individuals that were able to offer that crisis response directly to you, directly to our staff members, directly to our team members. So we're really, really happy and excited to be able to offer those services. And then everything we do is through a trauma-informed lens. So we also have trauma-informed trainings that we have given to all of the teachers, all of the staff here at Epic, so we can better understand experiences that students go through to make sure, again, we are meeting the needs of every child who is entering Epic, who's entering our district. It is our team's belief and our North Star in every single thing that we do that we know that we're mandated to have schools be safe and supportive learning environments. But we also believe that schools can be places of healing. So we want every family to know that when you're entering our district, when you are a part of Epic, you're part of an environment that is safe and supportive for your students. But also, if there is those additional needs of healing, there's those additional needs of anything that your child has gone through, anything that your family is experiencing, you have those well-rounded supports. You have those comprehensive supports built by our team that we can help you at any place you are in that journey. Because we know that students learn best when they feel their best. So that is what our team is here to help support. Their mental health, as I mentioned, their emotional health, that social health. We want students to be in the best place so that they can show up to learn and they can perform academically here and best meet all of those post-secondary successes. So first, I'm going to go through our support services team and what you can expect from them. So we do have quite a few community partnerships that we work with on our support services team. So we have a partnership with Regional Food Bank that we actually have 2 food pantries. So if you know of any families or your family yourself is experiencing any food insecurities and need help and access to that food pantry, this is the perfect team to reach out to for that. I have been to those food pantries several times, and just the amount and the items that we have available for families is just so encouraging to see. There's some really good stuff at those food pantries. Now, if you have a specific need, be sure if you are reaching out to that team to let them know that need. And we can contact Regional Food Bank, we can contact our partnerships and see if that's something that we can get access to you and your family. We also have partnerships with Infant Crisis Services, Period OKC, if there's a need for personal hygiene items. CSU for any students who are experiencing homelessness or families who are experiencing homelessness. We do have some great resources there as well. So again, as I mentioned, those food pantries. So what are some types of assistance if your family's experiencing these, or you know any of your any of community members or other EPIC family members who are experiencing these? These are reasons families have reached out to us in the past. Again, for those food assistant programs, access to medical care. If you need us to help you find medical care, and help sign up for insurance. We help anybody who is uninsured sign up and navigate that process for signing up for health insurance. Employment and transportation resources, help with submitting applications, help with finding those employment resources, and any transportation that's needed to get to any of those appointments, maybe job interviews, anything like that. Our team has so many resources there just waiting for families who need help with that type of assistance. We do have bill pay assistant programs and resources. Again, any struggles that your family is having, or any families that you know, again, are having with even bill pay, we have some great partners there that we can help with those programs. And again, access to mental health supports. So one of the other duties of this team is, again, helping any students and families who are experiencing homelessness. So if you are having any of those housing insecurities, if you need resources, the best thing for our team is to know that you're out there, you exist, getting that information to us so we can help provide those resources and partnerships and everything to you all there. Next, I'm going to quickly go through our counseling services. As you may be aware, having school counselors is new to EPIC, that we started this last year and increasing our mental health partnerships. And we're so happy to see such success. We have so many families who are still reaching out to their school counselors, who even worked with our team last year, of wanting to continue those resources. We have students who performed better academically because they were working with their school counselors. We heard just countless success stories of having school counselors here at EPIC. So we're excited to tell you that that's continuing, and each and every student here at EPIC is assigned to a specific school counselor. So what can you expect from some of these services? We are assigned by your team. So depending upon who your teacher is, that is how you will have your counselor assignment. So all teachers know who their assigned counselor are. You can always reach out to your teacher to figure that out, or reach out to your managing director of instruction. They're all assigned, again, the same. So if you have student or your children who have the same teacher, they will have the same school counselor as well. So again, reaching out to that, you can also find information in PowerSchool of who your child's school counselor is. So what areas do we see the most when families are reaching out for counseling services? That emotional and mental health, so stress coping skills, emotional regulation. If a student has experienced any sort of crisis or trauma, again, we have trained professionals there. Maybe it's a major life event. Maybe you recently went through a move. I know my family recently moved, and I have a 5-year-old who is going through all brand new transitions, starting kindergarten and being in a new house and being in a new town. So we talk a lot through those coping skills and making sure she's supported there. So it could be something as, again, that relocation. Maybe there's a death in the family or divorce or some sort of change of life circumstance there. So again, making sure we have those supports available to your families. Maybe it's academic and personal success skills. So does your student need more time management? Do they need some interventions maybe in working with the school counselor around organization? How to be self-motivated. That is a huge skill to be able to build here at EPIC especially. We have to make sure that we have self-motivated students who are working through their curriculum and making sure that those assignments are getting done. So if your child is struggling with that, we have some really great tools to be able to help them with that. Goal setting, engagement, being engaged through the school process, and then that perseverance to overcome barriers. Some of the other categories, self-esteem, conflict resolution skills. I mean, these are great skills for anybody, any students. Making sure they have those healthy relationship skills. And then some of those prevention service areas that I was discussing before. We have great programs for bullying prevention, substance use and abuse prevention, violence prevention, teen dating violence prevention, and again, that health promotion, making sure we're focusing on the whole child and that well-rounded, those well-rounded skills there. So how do we identify students who maybe want some access to some of those supports that I was just discussing? So if you filled out your ILP already, you probably noticed there's an area you could check, yes, I want a student or a school counselor to check in with my student. That's a way we receive most of our, or a large amount of our school counseling requests, especially here in the beginning of the school year. But just if you didn't select that ILP option, we constantly have ongoing identification of students and by request of families. So if you can either reach out to your teacher or you can email us directly, and I'll give you our email address here at the end of this presentation. So again, our staff note, again, these different resources that we offer, the different interventions and supports that our school counselor and mental health team can offer as well. So reaching out to them is a great way. We have a ticket system that they can submit to our team, and we will be in contact with your family very soon thereafter that, or again, just emailing our team. So this is our school counselor list. If you know what team you were on and what teacher that the team is on, then you can see our school counselors here. And again, you can also see that information in PowerSchool. So in addition to internal school counselors, so this is internal staff who are hired by EPIC. We are EPIC staff members, our school counselors. We also have partnerships all across the state with mental health agencies. So maybe there's something that your child is experiencing that you feel like they need to go straight to a licensed mental health professional. That is something that we can make those referrals for you, and we can make sure that they are on that list of a mental health agency that is in your location. So those you can see the different locations here on this map. So depending upon where you live, these are the partnerships that we have that we can send a referral over. And then your family will be contacted by that mental health agency. And then you can set up, again, those mental health services through those licensed mental health professionals. We do keep an ongoing check just to make sure that you are receiving those services, just to make sure we're in the loop of when those end or anything like that. But that is all confidential information through those mental health agency partners that we want to make sure that our students have access to there as well. And then our Healthy and Resilient Schools team. So Resilient Schools, this is where we do a lot of training around trauma-informed practices, wellness, multi-tiered systems of support, universal practices in the districts. So we're mainly focusing here on training staff and what does it look like to be a resilient school? What does it look like to implement wellness comprehensive programs? How do we make sure our team and our EPIC staff members has the tools of what this looks like? As you can see, we have 4 school counselors, which is a lot for the amount of students that we have here within our district. So this resilient school team really makes sure that some of those initial trainings is held for all teachers. So we're all under this mindset of making sure we're meeting students where they are, meeting your family where you are, and giving you the support and services that you need. Okay, so some of those areas that you can see here is understanding behavior. Is there any behaviors that we're seeing that we need to make sure our teachers understand what is happening behind that? Reducing discipline issues, building resilience in not only our school, but also students, making sure that we have resilient students and building up those skills. We help support mental health and create safe environments. So that goes back to that slide I was shared in the very beginning of having safe and supportive schools and schools that offer that comprehensive healing. We also have a school nurse on this team who is wonderful. If you have not had the opportunity to work with Jessica yet, who is our school nurse, so she can help with care coordination, health education, and staff support, and also helps out with health plans. So if your student has any identified medical concerns or any health plans that need to be submitted, she works in those individualized health plans. Reaching out to her is a great contact to have to make sure, again, students have those supports in place so they can grow and learn academically. Okay, I think I'm getting right up on my time. So again, this is how you can reach out to our team. We are going to be working on setting up a ticket system or a way that you can go to our website and directly access services for our team. So coming soon, we will send an email out of just a little easier way of getting in contact with our team members. But for now, the best way to do that is through this email address. You can send us an email. We will be in direct contact with you within 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, and make sure that you are receiving those services that you need. Thank you again so much. And thank you, Leisha, for having me here today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Your team is just amazing, and our students truly benefit from the wide range of services and support that you offer. And so we just appreciate everything you do. And I know that the EPIC community also does as well. I mean, that was a huge, amazing list of services and support. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we have Erin Barnes here with Epic Tutoring, and she is going to talk to us about academic Epic tutoring for students in 3rd through 8th grade. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you so much, Leisha. Gosh, if I had known I was following up Elizabeth and that she had had more slides, I might have offered her a little more time, just so you know. Well, nothing super new here. We've had tutoring in lots of different versions before, but we do have something pretty awesome lined out this year, Epic Tutoring. You may have heard it called Epic Peer Tutoring. It's a little bit expanded now, so we're just going to drop the peer because it encompasses a little bit more. But Epic Tutoring is available to all 3rd through 8th grade students this coming year. You'll sign up with your teacher. They can send an email to peertutoring@epiccharterschools.org. You'll see that in the chat. Just posted it. But it's available to all 3rd through 8th grade students this year. We will try to prioritize kiddos who, based on that first benchmark, are scoring maybe in the 20th to 39th percentile, but it's available to anyone and everyone who wants it. And it's also a super awesome substitute maybe for ETI if you've tried that and the virtual side is a little bit difficult, or Tutor Me, which is another great tutoring option, but you want maybe more of a personal connection. So we've got Epic Tutoring available. Now, the one thing I love about this is, you guys know we survey our kids, we do these ILPs, and if we've got any 10th through 12th grade students who say, you know what, I just want to be a teacher, this is what I am, this is what I'm going to be in life, we would like those kids to sign up to become tutors. We've got some identified, but we want more. Anybody who is 10th through 12th grade who's thinking about becoming a teacher someday, wants to maybe get their feet wet and see what it feels like, come. We can give you either high school credit for that, or a lot of kids are looking to fill volunteer hours for some organization. You can do it as a volunteer also. We'll give you all the volunteer time you need. But like I said, we can offer that as a high school credit course for 10th through 12th graders who are looking to help others as well. That servant leadership may be in mind. I think it's a great option for everyone, but if you're a little bit worried about maybe a high schooler teaching your kiddo, we've also partnered with several colleges, guys, and we've got college kids who are looking to be teachers as well. And we've partnered with these ed majors to come in and offer tutoring. And it's all overseen by an EPIC teacher, Miss Rita Ofaya. She's been a long time EPIC teacher, and now she's kind of over the program, but she's going to oversee the entire thing. So you never have to worry about your kids being alone out there with a student or another student, maybe just at a higher level. Everything has oversight. And gosh, that's where I think I should have given some time back to Miss Elizabeth, because the tutoring program is huge, but there's not a whole lot new. That's about all I've got. Do we have any questions?
Lauren, Shannon, do we have any questions for Erin?
We do not have any questions right now. Erin, you might cover how they sign their student up for tutoring.
Yes, so you will email peer tutoring at epiccharterschools.org. I dropped that in the comments section, and that is how we are going to sign up for tutoring in the fall.
So Erin, if they take a session in the spring and they want to do it again in the fall, and they want to do it again in the spring, would they sign up again for that second session?
As of right now, yes, that's what we're planning on. Thank you very much. That's a great question.
Erin, we have another question. Is tutoring free?
Tutoring is free, guys. We want your kids to have as much support as possible. And with this coming from a volunteer sort of aspect, we are not charging for it, no.
Hey, is there any tutoring for older students?
So we do still have Tutor Me out there available. I don't know about this is specifically for 3rd through 8th graders this year, but we still have Tutor Me that's out there, and ETI, so you might be able to take part in that.
Great. I think that was all of our questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I apologize. One more. And I
Yeah.
think that you kind of just covered this, but is there anything available for first graders?
So right now, no, but I mean, we'll see what the sign up looks like, and maybe if we can make some room or accommodate for that, we can let you know. Sign up anyway.
All right. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. Yeah, it's always good to have a list of students who are interested in another grade level. So thank you.
Of course.
All right, so if you have any more questions about that, reach out to Rita Ofaya or you can email the Epic Tutoring email. We are going to switch over to a recorded session. Dan and Tanae are with our English language learners and multilingual department. They are actually having a PLC today, so they went ahead and did a video recording for us so that they can go over their program. So just give me a second, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and if y'all can't hear this for any reason, please let me know.
Hi, my name is Dan Rule, and I'm the Director of English Language Learners here at Epic Charter School. I'm here today to talk a little bit about the EL program along with my coworker, Tanae Acevedo. Tanae, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hola, mi nombre es Tanae Acevedo. Como Dan dijo, mi posición aquí en EPIC es la especialista de instrucción de los estudiantes de aprendizaje inglés. Y les quería dejar saber que para todos que hablen español, si quieren ver presentación, al final de esta presentación en inglés está la presentación en español. Y si tienen cualquier pregunta o preocupación, me pueden mandar un correo electrónico o un mensaje de texto o llamarme con mi información que también está al final de esta presentación. Gracias.
All right. Start off with the mission of the English Language Department. So the Department of ELL is committed to ensuring EPIC English Learner students are future ready and in demand. through support of robust EL instructional programs, creating resources and guidance for parents and guardians of EL students, and implementing comprehensive professional development for EPIC EL educators, our goal is to provide a holistic education that meets the needs of those we serve.
So at EPIC, we've established a dedicated EL teacher cohort specifically designed to better serve our English learner students and their families. These teachers receive specialized training and resources tailored to the unique needs of our EL community. Our EL cohort has grown significantly over the years and now includes over 160 passionate teachers for our 25-26 school year. From the initial identification of an EL student through the eventual exit of the program, our teachers provide consistent guidance and support to both students and their families.
Just a little bit more about our students. Since opening in 2011, the number of English learner students EPIC serves continues to grow. In the 2024-2025 school year, EPIC served over 1,400 identified English learners. As of today, over 15 different languages are spoken by EPIC students.
So if you've noticed that your child is identified as an EL student, there are several important benefits that they'll receive. Depending on their proficiency level, they may attend ELD classes or newcomer courses. They have the right to a teacher who's specifically trained to serve EL students and their families, and they will receive necessary academic accommodations and modifications to ensure equal opportunities for success in their daily work and assessments. Additionally, they will take the WIDA access test each spring to measure their English proficiency growth until they achieve the required composite score of 4.8 to exit the EL program.
So what does EPIC offer English learner students? ELD classes, newcomer classes, EL-focused curriculum options, and translation and interpretation support.
So let's start out by talking a little bit about the ELD classes. Our ELD classes provide 2 hours of instruction per week in small group settings. These classes offer intensive language and literacy instruction specifically designed for EL students. Enrollment is required for students within a certain English proficiency level to ensure that they can receive the targeted support that they need.
So a word on newcomer classes. Our newcomer program is going into its 4th year and offers instruction and support for students who have recently arrived to the United States and have little to no proficiency in English. Our newcomer teachers meet with students 4 times a week to provide English language instruction, help their students acclimate to the culture and schools of the United States, and serve as a resource for students and their families. Our newcomer program has tripled in size since its start. During the 2024-2025 school year, EPIC served over 150 newcomer students and their families.
So our EL-focused curriculum options have been growing each year, and we're committed to implementing evidence-based, cutting-edge programs that support English learners across all proficiency levels. Beginning the 25-26 academic year, our program is going to feature a few key components. The first being Vista Get Ready, Sort and Scale, which is a structured language development program, Off to Class, which is an interactive English language learning platform, and our customized newcomer curriculum, which is an internally developed program tailored specifically to the beginning English learners. This multi-tiered approach ensures that we can provide differentiated instruction that meets each student's individual linguistic and academic need.
And translation and interpretation support. EPIC EL teachers and staff are equipped and trained to communicate in the preferred language of their students and families through various translation and interpretation supports. EPIC families will be ensured that they will receive emails, text messages, phone calls, in-person meetings, and virtual meetings in their preferred language if that's their preference.
So the EL department is always looking for parents and guardians of current and former EL students to provide feedback on our initiatives and how things are going through the year. If you have ideas or suggestions or questions, please contact me or Dan with our information below on the slide.
Thanks so much for joining the meeting today, and feel free to reach out if we can ever be of assistance. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions? Lauren, Shannon?
We do not.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to mention that at Epic, we are so fortunate to have the abundance of support and services. These programs and supports that we have in place ensure that every student has the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed. And like I said earlier, this is our 15th year, and each year we just expand and grow our services and our support programs that we have for students. And I'm just really proud of the support that we do offer. And all of these are with the student in mind. So thank you both, Dan and Tanae. And I'm sorry they couldn't be with us today, but we did appreciate that presentation. We are a little bit ahead of schedule, but our last presenter is Madison Sherrill with the Learning Fund. If she's here, we can go ahead and we can get started a little bit early, or if not, we'll... Okay, Madison is here. So Madison is going to talk to us about the Learning Fund and how this helps families access valuable educational resources. Welcome, Madison.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Madison. I am a senior Learning Fund purchasing agent. And today I will share a little bit with you guys about what the Learning Fund is and what new changes we have this year. Make our slide popped up here. Okay. So what is the Learning Fund? The Learning Fund is an allocation of credits on a student's account that can be used for learning resources and extracurricular activities. We have a couple changes coming to the Learning Fund this year. I want to hit on a couple of those. So this year, students who enroll in the first quarter, but after the first day of school, will receive a prorated Learning Fund. Student enrollment is determined as the first day the ILP is completed. So every day after that, the Learning Fund will decrease by $23.26 a day until the ILP is completed. Another thing that is new this year is Epic Ed and Math Plus workbooks will be purchased through Amazon. So those will be found in the Learning Fund system on the pre-approved Amazon catalog. Some important dates to remember. The Learning Fund opened on August 1st, and this year it will close on April 30th. So we've extended it by about a month. And then again, to receive the full Learning Fund of $1,000, your student's ILP will need to be completed by August 21st of this year. That is about all I have for updates as far as the Learning Fund goes. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
It looks like we do have a question.
Okay.
The question is, how do you become a vendor?
If that is to do with service vendors, they will fill out the vendor application on our website. On the Epic Charter Schools website, there is a Learning Fund tab up at the top. And then there is a vendors tab, and the vendor application can be found there.
Perfect. How do you do the Learning Fund to get school items?
So to get to the Learning Fund system, parents or teachers will first need to log into PowerSchool. Once you are logged into PowerSchool, up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, there will be a small little square box with an arrow pointing through it. Once you click on that, there will be an option that will say Epic Learning Fund, and that will take you to the Learning Fund system, and you will log in with the same username and password that you use for PowerSchool. And then from there, it will take you to your student's overview screen, and you will have a bunch of options to see their remaining balances, and then you can shop through the different catalogs we have under the shopping tab on that page.
Perfect. Would Pathways and Rise Pathways students, are they able to get the full Learning Fund?
No, Pathway students do not receive the full Learning Fund, but they do have the availability to have any core and technology that they need.
Perfect. Okay, if we are currently enrolled in a course that requires expenditures and expenses, but drop that course, will the amount that has been debited then be recredited to the Students Learning Fund balance?
That is a very good question. I'm not completely sure on the answer. I don't want to give one and it be wrong. So if that person could email us at learningfund@epiccharterschools.org, we can look into that further and get you a for sure answer on that question.
Great. Great. Is there an approved list of consumables versus non-consumable things?
Yes, so we do have a commonly approved list that we can send out. All they need to do is email us and we can send that right over. But when we are going in the system and approving orders, we will mark if the item is consumable or non-consumable. So they will be able to see that in the Learning Fund system.
Perfect. And so we do have someone that said, there are a lot of steps in becoming a vendor. Is there a video or is there an instruction place that we can go to get instructions?
That should be on the website as well under the Learning Fund tab and then the vendor directory.
So Learning Fund tab, then vendor directory.
Yes, on the Epic Charter Schools website. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And let's see. Okay, a lot of people are asking about Power School and how they get into that. That is on the Epic website. There is a parent portal on the Epic website, so you can go through there.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I believe that answers everything right now.
Perfect. And then if anybody else has any further questions, you can always email us. Our email address is just learningfund@epiccharterschools.org.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat. So learning at epiccharterschools.org. And okay, and again, someone said resources for first grade. I guess the question then is there a list of resources? And I think that you kind of went over that.
Yeah, if it's tailored specifically to a certain grade, I would advise them to get with their teacher. Teachers usually have a better idea of exactly what each student needs. But we do have a commonly approved list that we can send out.
Great, that's all of our questions for now.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Madison. Okay, we're going to end a little bit ahead of schedule, but before we do, I'm going to share my screen to give you a little bit more information. Let's see. Okay, so if you would like to contact us, if you have general questions, you're welcome to contact the customer service email. I've got that below. Also, if you have family engagement directed questions, please reach out to Amy DePaula, and her email is there as well. But you can also visit our website anytime. Epic houses information, resources, and contacts for anything within Epic on our website. And that website is epiccharterschools.org, or you can go to the family support portion as well. There's also a chat option under contact that you could fill out and get live chat help. But please reach out if you have any questions. We are here to help and support you, and we want to answer your questions, so please don't hesitate. I just wanted to end with a thank you, and just thank you for joining us today and exploring our programs and services and opportunities. We do hope you leave feeling maybe inspired and ready for the new year. We are going to be diving into learning models tomorrow and continuing with more student programs and highlighting engagement and events for students. And so you won't want to miss that. So we will be back here at 9 a.m. again tomorrow and Wednesday. And also just one more mention, we are going to record each of these sessions and they will be posted on the Epic website as well as our YouTube channel. So just thank you again, and we're so grateful for you, and have a great afternoon.